goblins are trying to get away from me?
131.
There we are. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay, so intelligence plus expression plus dominate. So.
Okay.
And then he is going to reverse his resolve and blood potency. Okay. Now, I don't think this is a roll against a roll. I think that it will just subtract. So his potency is right here.
Add my own blood potency?
Yes.
No, you don't.
No, it's not your potency. It's your intelligence, expression, and dominate. That's all.
Okay. And dominate. Okay, I forgot dominate. Okay.
So how many dice is that?
What?
Okay, so I have 3 in intelligence, I have 1 in expression, and I have 2 in dominate.
6 dice total, right? So
6 dice.
Wait 1 moment. Yeah. Sorry, were you going to ask something?
Yes, I was going to add willpower to that.
You were going to add willpower. Yes, add 3 dice for willpower. Odin, what do you have?
I think you remember, but it's like the whole level of mesmerize, not just the first level.
Right.
In the dice pool.
Yes. Oh, I know that. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
so add
your
and so the dominate is not just the 1 for mesmerize. It's 2. Yeah, he said 2. Odin. It's okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's 9 in total.
And so you are going to subtract 4 dice from that.
Okay, that's 5 in total.
Mm-hmm. You guys are burning willpower with everything, right, to make this happen.
I never use my willpower, so it's the first one I use. I have 1 9.
That's all? Fantastic. Okay.
That was true.
Right, you actually have to step forward and stare into his eyes and like force him, right, to stay still. He's trying to rip the tube out of his chest or something like that. And so you are dominating him to stop him with 1 die of success. Ola, you're keeping that thing in its cage with 1 die of success. You guys have only, therefore, 1 chance for the science to work. 1. And Odin, did we have a roll coming or not? I can't remember. I don't want to cheat you of your roll. Were you just preparing, or had you rolled the dice already?
At least 1 success.
Okay.
1, 2.
Good. So excellent. So therefore, you are all hanging on by 1 step. Right? Just 1 little step at each place of vulnerability. You are 1 success away from failing out. Ansa, talk to me. I will treat Hans's role and also Ola's role as helping. No, wait. Nora's role and Hans's role. So that's 2 dice for helping. Yeah, but not Ola's. Ola's keeping it in the mural is not helping or hindering the actual experiment. So there's no science there. Occults cannot help science. Even with art. Sorry, Ejder. So we have to have standards of some kind around here. Yes, you can.
Can I use willpower?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes. Okay. 3 successes.
We didn't die.
Excellent. Okay, so you have been able to basically pump the Vitae completely out of Osteen, and he collapses in torpor. And now Solveig, whose body starts to reconstitute, right? With all this vitae, some of it from Nora, some of it from Ansa, and some of it from himself, which has been processed through all the people and everything. So he is this strange witch's brew of scientific blood now, right? And so in the middle of this occult painting, and the question now, who is going to stay with him to face the sun? Anybody? Okay. Nora?
I can survive it.
Uh-huh. No, that's true. You're out of there. Hans is like, okay, that's enough. There's a door. I'm
What
going
do you
for
want?
it. Yeah. Hansa?
No, we had a volunteer, so yeah.
Oh,
Right?
you did? Okay. All right. So you are going to leave?
Well, I mean, we have volunteers, so why not? Like,
Okay.
seems fairly capable person.
Okay. Ola?
Oh, I don't want to destroy this artwork. So if it and I want it to like in this like the last part of the experiment, is there any risk of this being destroyed and not like do you understand what I mean? Is there any way of me?
Well, that's a very good question. Odin, what are you saying?
I think she like puts her hand on his shoulder and say, I will take pictures.
Yeah, but you have such a lousy camera in your phone.
It's not
There's more than-
2021 yet. We don't have a good camera
So,
yet.
so I would probably give him my Nikon camera.
Ah,
and-
okay.
and
Here, use
hopefully-
this. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, good.
All right. So now here we come.
So even if it, and she, well, even if it doesn't survive, we have references.
Mhm.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly.
All right. So there you are with your sire, who has been prepared in this strange Ordo Dracul, somewhat improvised experiment, but you also have this Strix creature who is trapped and all of whose powers are going to be soaked into this while it is destroyed, helping the whole situation through the power of this painting, which finally, Eshter, even if you got a stake in the heart tomorrow, you can die happy because your art made the science work. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So, therefore, here it comes. The sun rises. The sunlight fills this room in the manner to which it was designed to literally flood and fill the room. The panes of the glass are actually going to dissolve completely as the light fills the room, and then Solveig's form fills with light. The Strix creature burns to a crisp, screaming Nora's name just in case you want to, feel bad. And then then the light emerges from his body, dissolving the windows. And now, Nora, you are using your discipline to survive this, correct?
Yeah, I'm bringing up the rules to like.
Yeah.
To what level will I probably have like ascendant?
I actually had Solveig's numbers around here somewhere, but I will
For
look
each
in the
exo-
book, and that will help me remember what it was, rather than look for the piece of
for
paper.
each
We know what it means when you look for a piece of paper.
to minimum of one.
Okay.
But you need to at least spend one blood point for Blush of Life,
Yes, you do.
because the most important one is probably like at least having the third one, so that she don't panic and run away.
Right. Mystery of the Worm. There we are. Okay. And There we go.
Calculate that.
Right. Well, first of all, there's Conquer the Red Fear, which allows you to resist frenzy. You don't have to risk frenzy right now, which is good.
Yeah.
And so,
It was like
right.
It was if I had like the last one or not. It doesn't make a huge difference.
Right.
It was only. Wait, I don't think.
So basically, it's all the way. You have to get all the way to Sun's Forgotten Kiss.
But if I recall that, yeah, because it basically makes that I can lower my blood
Right.
potency by lowering the blood.
Correct. So that means
When I
that the
enter-
length of time you can tolerate is much longer.
Yes,
Right. It increases.
it was that I
by having
mostly wanted to check.
Yeah. You can
What's the reason?
increase it to hours basically, or minutes and hours.
Because right now she is on 4 and
Right.
it was nice as being on 1.
Mhm.
I have the table here. Let's see.
I think it's like 10 minutes or something like that.
She spends 2. He had it like 5th.
I'm sorry, Odin?
You say he had a 5th level?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I spent 2 blood points then.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's damage frequency is like 1 turn, and if I
Right.
spend another one, it's 10 minutes, but then I'm out of blood.
Right. Right. So therefore, there's only one thing you could do. You could actually take the vitae from a point of vitae from Solveig himself and actually bite him right now to get some vitae to survive this.
Ooh. Will that interfere with the experiment?
Well, no, not necessarily.
But wouldn't that? But also, it will make me more. Either survive or become more like blood bonded.
Mm-hmm. Do you want a blood bond with this guy?
I am only 1 step, and I'm just checking.
Do it. I'm shouting outside.
That's right.
How long?
Look at
example,
this.
how-
I have
how-
something to tell you. If you do this, this matches your child, and you will get all your willpower back.
Ooh. It's not really child. It was more the closest I had interpret, like how I had thought of. It's not 1-to-1. The child aspect.
I think it matches.
How long did I need to stay?
Well, technically, you should be here. Oh, how am I going to put this? You could flee. You could flee, although I think you will take at least some damage as you try to get out in time. But it would be like the first turn of damage if you don't. Yeah.
Because I was going to stand here and like look over the experiment.
Right, I know. But if once you cannot tolerate the sun anymore, you will have to flee. I'm not making you roll for frenzy because you are safe from that. You don't have to flee because of you don't have to test frenzy.
But if I go down, like have 0 blood points,
you will go to torpor. Yeah.
I mean, it's comparing like how much life I have compared to that, like how many minutes. Sense.
If you bite him, you will have to test frenzy, and if you fail, you will drain him dry and truly commit robbery.
No. The survive, but go to the torpor. Like either between like standing here in around 7 minutes or like 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, well, there's
It was like because I was comparing the damage intervals.
right. The difference is if you leave at 7 minutes, you will not see what happens. If you stay, you will.
But was it required for me to stay here? Like
No, it is not required for you to stay here. It is a question of whether you want to see what happens. Which your scholar would very much like you to do.
Ooh. Should probably go and have took a snack.
Should have
had a
bitten
bunch of
someone. I should have bitten someone.
Damn it.
Where's a rat when you need one?
I was aiming to get some time to think, and it's also like past the usual time, so
True.
should we wait next week or should I have?
If we wait until next week, we will just finish out this last scene or two and then play some Aftermath, and then we will be done, and that's okay. That way we will get to play some.
Next week, I have a doctor's appointment for an X-ray at like 8 o'clock in the evening. That's a bit strange. So
And Henna will be on a ferry
Ah.
to rejoin us, and I will be in Stockholm with my wife, who is getting her foot medically operated on. But I don't know if I will be back in time. So I think maybe next week we will not play, and then we will pick up the week after that. Does that sound okay?
And I can watch my options in the meantime.
Exactly. Okay. In that case, all right, Odin. Let's.
But
have a-
just so I understand, we are kind of standing outside of this room.
Correct.
That's like putting our ears to the
Something like that. Yeah. We will examine that next time, I think. Yeah.
You're probably standing in like light contained sun contained like room. Like
Yeah. Oh yes,
stuff.
I'm sure they are avoiding the rays of. I mean, this is a vampire-owned facility. It's probably very easy to make sure the light doesn't get in if they don't want it to. So
yeah, because your hospitals usually have like
right.
can almost feel underground while still being like in the middle of the hospital.
I completely agree. They have that creepy dungeon feel, no matter where you are. Yeah. So, okay, in that case, we will return in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
And
Bye.
it's goodbye, everybody. See you later.
Have a nice night.